And with that, welcome you inside this very special edition of Big Ten Today, presented by Gatorade. Rick Pizzo, Anthony Herron, Ross Dellinger alongside. There is no time to waste today. We have a jam-packed show, so let's get right to the big story and the reveal of the 2024 All-Big Ten first-team offense. Quarterback Dillon Gabriel joined in the backfield by running backs Caleb Johnson and Kyle Monungai, Ty Felton and Jeremiah Smith on the outside, with Tyler Warren at tight end. First-team offensive line includes center Seth McLaughlin as selected by the coaches, and Logan Jones is chosen by the media. Guards Connor Colby and Donovan Jackson, and tackles Ariante Ursery and Josh Connerly. And among all those stars, one shines the brightest. Dillon Gabriel has been named the Graham George Offensive Player of the Year. Gabriel is among the nation's leaders in both passing accuracy and touchdowns accounted for, a category in which he now also holds the all-time NCAA record. Dave Revson has more in today's big interview.
Pleased to be joined now by Oregon quarterback Dillon Gabriel. Dillon, congratulations on both these awards. What does it mean to walk into a new league and to bring home personally two of the biggest individual honors?
Man, it's big time. You know, I think it goes to show just the environment I'm in and the people I'm around. You know, I'm a huge product of that, and just super grateful for them. You know, I think it's important to show that, you know, no great throws without a great block up front and a great catch down the field and everything in between. So I'm appreciative of them, and like I said, just want to represent them in the right way.
I was talking to Will Stein this summer, and he was raving about you, and part of it was the interpersonal stuff. I mean, he was telling me that you came in and you went out of your way to spend as much time as you could with guys from all kinds of different groups on the team and taking retreats with players, just trying to really accelerate that process of getting to know your teammates. And that's kind of what we have here in the transfer portal era in particular. How important do you think laying that groundwork was to the success that you had this year?
It was everything. You know, how am I going to get a bunch of guys to believe in me as a person and a player if I can't even take the time out of my day and non-mandatory time to get with them, you know? And I'm a big relationships guy. You know, I love doing what I do with people that I love. So, you know, when we got around it and we were able to, you know, just take some time away from the facility and just enjoy each other's company, I think that's when we've been able to just grow. And times from those retreats that we came back from, those are memories that will last a lifetime, let alone, you know, help us in season.
How much pressure did you feel stepping in for Bo Nix?
I'm used to it. You know, I've, you know, been in a bunch of situations where there's great quarterbacks that have played before me, you know, and that's something that you want. That's something you invite, you know, and I've played at 3 programs that have had a bunch of great quarterbacks. So that's probably, you know, a big reason of what attracted me to those certain places. But more importantly here, you see, you know, Bo and what he did last year and how he, you know, was able to execute at a high level. You understand that when there's a guy that understands what he's doing and is in that position, you know, you're able to replicate that. So I would say more than anything, just having someone that's done it, you know, you want to go do it yourself.
You broke his record for career starts in college football this weekend. There's obviously been a 6-year run here for you in college. You played a lot of college football. Off the field, what's the most important thing you think you learned about yourself along the way in that journey?
We're evolving. You know, as people and as players, we live in a results-based business, and it's tough. You know, I think patience is hard for a lot of people, but I'm a product of patience and kind of this 6-year journey of how I've evolved as a player. But more importantly, like you said, as a person, you know, 18-year-old freshman that's trying to figure it out on and off the field to a 23-year-old that's able to execute at a high level and understand what's going on the field and how to utilize being a great person off the field to, you know, their advantage on the field. So there's a lot that goes into it, you know, and a lot has changed since I played the game in my first snap to now. But, you know, some things don't change. That's great people. So I take pride in being around great people because I know when you're around that, inevitably you'll be better as well.
You guys are the only undefeated team in the country, as you're well aware. I think what's been so impressive about it, I mean, being undefeated is impressive in and of itself, but how relatively drama-free it's been. I mean, you had the first couple games where maybe you weren't clicking on all cylinders. Obviously, the Wisconsin game was a challenging one, but most of these games, it's been kind of a done deal well before the game actually, the clock hit zero. How have you guys remained so consistent week in and week out where others have struggled to do so?
We're on one of the most unselfish teams I've ever been on, and we take pride in that. We take pride in being a connected team, and I'm grateful to be a part of it. I think it's very difficult to do so in the day and age that we live in, with just the state of college football. But I appreciate guys that have been consistent, been themselves, and it may not be their night, but they take pride in celebrating each other and finding ways to get a W. So that's how we've done it, and being rooted in the process. But more importantly, we got a guy that's at the helm of this thing that leads it the right way, and a bunch of players that believe in him. So I think there's a lot that goes into it that, we're just very appreciative of.
Well, Coach Lanning's leading you to Indy now. You've got a great matchup with Penn State that we are really fired up about. What do you see on tape as you look at their defense?
Amazing team. Obviously they're there for a reason and what they've done on tape. But, that's why, we play the game. In these championship moments, there's two great teams that have done their due diligence to get to this point. But we're excited for the challenge, excited for the environment. These are the games you dream of as a little kid, and know that we got a big challenge ahead.
Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year and Quarterback of the Year, Dillon Gabriel, the University of Oregon. Dillon, congratulations, and thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you so much.